Hi, Gail here, Life Coaching with Gail. How are you all today? I hope you're doing okay, not rushing too much for your Christmas, not stressing too much, and I understand stress seems to be part of our everyday anyway, and would like it if it wasn't too busy and too stressful for you this year. Maybe it's about having a different kind of Christmas. I know we are this year, just as it's actually happened. It's a completely different Christmas to what we normally would do. And maybe it's a sign of the times because we're coming into 2026, and 2026 will be the year of change. It will be personal change, it will be family change, it will be work change, and it will be world change, among other changes. So lots of changes next year, all for and toward improvement. So a lot of change for all of you has happened over the last 2 to 3 years, quite massively. And this is all changing who you are inside. You're becoming a better version of yourself. You have brighter ideas, different ways of looking at the world now, different perspectives. Maybe you think of things in a different way and you want more out of your life and more meaning to be in your life with the people you love. And so Christmas is a really lovely time to be able to share that. Share it with your loved ones. Share all of that kind of thing. So happiness most of all, togetherness, companionship, appreciating the people you have around you is a big part of this Christmas. And, you know, every single person that is in your life has contributed something to your life. It's contributed something very useful, very wholesome. I hear you've been through some tough times. Some people don't seem to have contributed things to your life except maybe hardship and strife. However, we seem to have some technical difficulties with our camera, and it may well be my energy. So we'll see if that even comes out properly. We seem to have a bit of disturbance in the force. It could be, of course, to do with the solar flare activity that we have had and the actual explosion that we had on the sun, emitting all sorts of radiation rays toward Earth, more than normal, that we have had over the last couple of years. So our energy around us has been very charged and very different to what we are used to, and it has affected some of you in different ways. So fatigue is one of the big ways. Tiredness, fatigue. Maybe just not really wanting to do the things that you've done in your life before. Maybe it's that you just want to change your life and your lifestyle, or you just want out in some ways from difficult situations that you've been in. Whatever you're feeling inside, whatever's motivating you, is actually helping you to move forward, to take that brand new step. Next year is everything to do with brand new steps. At the moment, I'm looking at the screen of the video camera and I am upside down. I'm going upside down and upright, and it's a little disconcerting, but it's probably how I'm feeling with my energy at the moment as well. So we will first, I just had thought, well, I'll have a little look and see what the rest of December for you will be, because December is around, you know, your past will kind of come back around. You'll think of people from the past. You'll think of things you've done from the past. It's not so much reminiscing as it is revisiting. People, places, situations and things may seem to repeat. This is your opportunity to free yourself from the past by understanding what it was, what happened, what was the situation, showing you Everything is showing you something. You are learning something every time. Every time you replay a situation in your mind, you're actually gleaning a little bit more information from it. So it's not a bad thing to allow yourself just to ponder, just to allow those memories to come through, especially if you are looking at how you've changed since then, how you would deal with it in a different way, all that kind of thing. So the past comes up to be resolved this month of December, because the year is all about letting go of the past. This is your big month. So there may be some very big issues and situations that you are dealing with in your money, work, finances, health. And these are really impactful in the way that they are allowing you to completely put things to rest, put the past behind you, start with a clean slate coming into 2026. So December, we are mid-December now, and we are headed towards Christmas, a time when you can all have a day off, hopefully. And I know there are some souls out there who need to work on Christmas Day, and I hope you find a lot of love and kindness and compassion from people if you are working. That is my wish for you for Christmas. For the rest of you, my wish is that you look at your life and what it has taught you about yourself, about how strong you are, how resourceful you are, how much courage that you have needed that you didn't even know you had maybe sometimes, how it's showing you how well you have coped. Even if you don't feel that you have coped, you actually have, because you are here now. That is the greatest sign that you have coped. Not just survived, coped, grown stronger. And there's a reassurance that comes with this past and the letting go of the past. The reassurance is that life goes on, life improves, and that your life is in the improving stage of things. So I did a bit of a shuffle as we were coming on this morning, and there's just a couple of things it says. And the first thing is, have some sort of plan. Eliminate any kind of excess that you have in your life. And I understand we've got presents and gifts and all that kind of stuff. Plan for 2026 to keep it simple. Plan for your life to be simple, to be organised, to be clutter-free. Make a plan now. This is the day and the time and the month to make plans for next year. Plans that you can slowly work on. These are plans that don't have to be implemented overnight. These are plans that will take you forward into next year, that you can navigate one step at a time and for the long term. So it says make plans for the long term, for the next 3 to 5 years. What do you want your life to be like? Simplifying things with your money, your where you live, with your possessions, with all of that. Your bills. Keep your bills down at this time to set you up for next year as much as you can. A lot of you are tired. It's saying you are tired for good reason. You are being called on, I guess, to just look at this tiredness as a breath of fresh air, where you get to sit and you get to look and you get to wonder about what else is there, what is next, what new things are there coming up and around you, because guaranteed there will be new seeds planted, maybe come 19th of December, there will be seeds planted for new ideas and new plans that you're going to take in your life. And maybe they're not as exciting as you would have thought, but in whatever plans that you make, there is some new inspiration or new idea or new thought that you will have. This says that there is a time this month where somebody might say something nice to you. They might just compliment you on something that you have said or something that you've done, and it might have even been in the past. This month you'll have more support around you, people who are helping you, people who are just guiding you, but being there, more resources and more resourceful people around you this month of December. It is the month to take what you know about yourself and take what you know about your life, about what has happened in your life, and just momentarily ponder what it has actually given you, how it has benefited you, how you have grown from it, what you have learned because of all of those situations in your life. You've been through what is termed an apprenticeship. So apprenticeships are always long. So you've been through a life apprenticeship, and whatever you've come out with now in December, at the end of the year 2025, these things will help you next year and the years after that, financially, to help you with your income streams, but with using your own talents, your own creativity, your own unique skill. So a lot of you will have the opportunity to make something grow, not necessarily in business, but maybe your own business. Maybe you haven't thought about doing something from home. This is saying for the long term, there are those of you out there, quite a few of you, who actually will start a business. It's a business that will carry on for a long time, evolve as well over time. Even if you're not excited about it, even if you're looking for that X factor that's not there, just saying that there are opportunities and you are being shown at the moment things that could excite you later, things that you could start with, because this is about starting, taking the steps. And it says that when there's a lot of chaos happening in your lives, it's a point of distraction. It can keep you away from those things that are important to you. That could be your future work, could be your future income stream. It is saying that a lot of you are travelling, which we know because it's the time of the year, but it's good that it's there. If you do get the opportunity to go somewhere, even if you don't really feel enthusiastic about it, the invitation is to go, simply because you might be inspired in some way. You might get ideas, or you might just get a fresh breath of perspective in your life. It says this is the month also that you may see, some of you may see rewards for all your past efforts and benefits that are coming from that. There's the possibility of peace and harmony in the family, even if there hasn't been before. And the possibility is it takes you and it takes others to be able to make that happen. It says for some of you, there will be some sort of sense of achieving something. It could be something huge, or it could be something small, something that is quite satisfying to you, something that is hard won, where you've been struggling for such a long time, and then you get a little win moment, or a little compliment from somebody can sometimes be that as well, because you can work really, really hard and feel like you're invisible, and then someone can say something and it just turns the whole thing around. So sense of achievement, winning in some way, and just seeing results where there haven't been them in the past. So now we are December, and it's only comes to reason to talk about looking at the future, looking at your future, but your future goals. What do you want? At the moment, you might be overwhelmed, overburdened, too much work, too much weight on your shoulders. And there's always a little saying that comes with this, and it simply is drop some of it. Some of this is not your responsibility to carry. Sometimes we carry the weight of everything on our shoulders because we feel like it's all up to us. Reality and truth is it's not up to you. There is a bigger plan afoot. Do only what you feel capable of doing and just leave the rest. It used to be an A drawer, a B drawer, and a C drawer kind of approach. The A drawer was must do right now. The B drawer was can do that but needs to be soon. And the C drawer was forgotten, actually, unless there was time or unless there was something that pulled it out of the C drawer and made it B or A priority. And I was introduced to this many, many years ago in the bank, of all places, and anything that had customer service was always put in the C drawer as a priority because marketing and selling at that time, I'm going back many years now, was priority and was given priority, which I had a great issue with myself at the time. I can understand the concepts, but I had a great issue of it. So this says drop some of the responsibility by saying, I'll do what I can and I'll leave the rest. You can have your A, B, C drawer if you want. Otherwise, I'm going to do what I can and I'm going to leave the rest and see how I go tomorrow or the next day. This says you must be the champion for yourself. You must approach your work in the way that you know you can be effective. Speak your truth. Say what needs to be said that serves you and supports you as well. A lot of you are tired. A lot of you are not feeling that great. And that's more to do with the sun. We've talked about solar flares all through the last couple of years because they've been a thing. And we've had a massive one just recently that will be maybe affecting you a little bit more in the way of feeling a bit weird or strange or not fitting, just not feeling quite right, or having pains in your joints where you haven't, or weird things happening with your body. But extreme fatigue and tiredness are also those kinds of things. Maybe not being able to focus as clearly as you want to focus. All of these things are because of the amount of radiation in our atmosphere that has been kind of like forced in by the sun's activities. So you can't expect to feel 100% normal, but if you do, that's awesome. But if you are struggling, that's also normal at this particular point in time for what's going on with the solar flares, but also with all of the planetary aspects, plus the Atlas 3I that you must know about by now, perhaps, being in our solar system, and a couple of other things being in our solar system that don't actually belong. And, Moon affects us, and so do every other one of the planets. So I'll just leave it at that, in the fact that everything affects us. Moon affects tides, we know that. Affects us too. We are 70% water. But not just the moon, sun, etc. So it says your relationships with anybody, and I mean anyone you meet that you talk to personally, one-on-one, shopkeeper, family member, relationship person. Sorry, my words aren't coming. Just to have kindness and to not sweat the small stuff. If there's a bit of something said that kind of is a bit off, it's possible to happen. That's all to do with the energies around us. Just to not take it too seriously, not sweat the small stuff, just to not make an argument out of it. Just to be kind, caring and compassionate as always. It says that there's focus on income and getting more income in, but it says you'll get in charge of this. If you're doing all of the things you need to do, you'll get to a place where you're back in charge, where you're feeling more in control of all of those things. Even if other people are not agreeing with what you're doing, the way you're handling your life, your work, what you're choosing to do for yourself in your life, even if no one else is agreeing with you, it says to just kind of step back and observe the comments, observe what they're saying, and definitely consider them. Then focus on you and focus on what you believe and focus on what you think is the truth and focus on what you're doing, because this month, whatever you're doing is right. So we have reunions, catching up with people that we haven't seen for a while. There is sadness as well, because often we lose people around this time. It is talking of celebration and possibilities. So anyone who's looking to improve their income, again, we go back to look at what you can do personally yourself that actually can help improve your situation and your income. If you're a bit worried about doing your own business, just start doing it in a small way while you're working as a sideline. Just build it up, look at it, explore. Next year is about a whole lot of new starts, a whole lot of new beginnings, not just with you, but with your community, your town, the world, your country and the world. Lots of new things happening next year, lots of change happening next year, all ultimately to improve everything that's going on around us, because our systems are broken, not just our systems but other things. So a lot of you would have also been focusing on what you eat, what you drink, a whole lot more in the last couple of years. Definitely this year, around, wanting to feel healthier or wanting to do something to improve your health. Maybe you've cut out a few foods or alcohol or coffee. Maybe a few of you are looking at cutting down on those things, and that is part of the renewal you're going through to start brand new next year. And however successful you have been at that measures how fast you can get into next year's new energy. So always have different energy at the beginning of each year. This year was about letting go, letting go, letting go. And letting go doesn't mean forgiving. It doesn't mean condoning. It means letting go of the damage it may have caused you or that you thought it caused you. Because every life experience situation that you have had has aided you, helped you toward your life purpose and doing your life purpose in a better, stronger way. So any improvement that you can make with your money this year as well, your health, your habits, your general sense of feeling well. Anything that you do matters. Anything you do makes a difference, and that is worth it. That is worth it. So our recording seems to have settled down a little bit after that first few minutes of hiccuping all over the place. I just had another message fall out. It says a lot of you may be thinking about money, worrying about having enough money for the future and what you want to do. Even if you've got money, just worrying about having enough money for a trip you want to go on can be what I'm talking about. So it says that there is good news that can come in this month around money and finances, maybe in the way of a new job, maybe in the way of a pay increase, maybe in the way of getting a little bit more of a bonus that you can put aside for something else. Remember, this month is about planning, which just means with your money, it is keep your bills down and save some aside. So saving is encouraged in the month of December. So I am Gail, and I am contactable on 027 4166 545. I am available for phone, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp one-on-one sessions. And that is the way that I will continue for some time now, because I am about to start travelling. That will be my new life and my new lifestyle going into 2026. And so that is not something I ever planned. It has happened, and I'm excited for it. So I still am working. I'm still contactable. I'm still going to do the radio sessions. So we are finishing off the YouTube part of this session now. And in this session, if you don't carry on with me into the radio part of it, we will simply just say, have a really blessed Christmas. Have a fabulous celebration, even if you're just celebrating the energy of the day when everybody is together and with someone. Share kindness, share goodness, share your smiles. They are powerful. We've said this before, a smile can save a life, and that is so true. It is so true. So on that note, namaste, take care. And this is Radio Hawke's Bay, and it's been my pleasure for this part of the show, mid-December.